All right. Good morning, boys and girls. As you can see, I am not here today because I am currently on a college visit with my daughter, who is a junior at Talawanda High School. We are at Indiana University today, touring the college. So I will be back tomorrow. You know my expectations, right? You know that we are to work hard and not be any type of behavioral problem for the sub. Um, I expect that to happen. You guys were great last time, so let's keep that going. Okay, I want a good report when I get back. All right, you should have your notebooks out in front of you. I'm going to go over these stop and think questions and analysis questions from activity 15. A lot of important information in here, so I would make sure you correct anything that you don't have right. You will see some of the same stuff on your quizzes and end of unit tests coming up. Okay. Um, the other thing is, I want to go over what you're going to do after this. When you're done with watching this video, you're going to do a digestion gizmo. I know I'm taking up part of your period today by having you listen to this video and go over the questions. So if you don't get done today, and I don't suspect that you will, you're going to be given time tomorrow to finish it in class, okay? So if you leave here today and you don't have all of it completed, don't don't do it for homework because tomorrow I'm gonna give you class time to get it done. It is due on Wednesday. Okay, so the gizmo is due on Wednesday. Take your time. Do not feel rushed. Make sure you're filling out completely and accurately. Okay. Um, I would say a goal would be to get maybe about half done, half of it done. Okay, or close to it. I would say that would be a good goal. Okay, so let's go over this. Stop and think and analysis questions from activity 15, absorbing tail. Well, we don't need this. All right, so stop to think question number 1. How does your mouth contribute to the process of digestion? The teeth mechanically break down the food and saliva begins the process of chemical breakdown. As I go over these questions, boys and girls, I am not going to give you time to copy it down. If you want to copy it down, then all you have to do is hit pause. Okay? B. Explain how your stomach breaks down food. Well, the stomach muscles churn the food containing mechanical breakdown. Hydrochloric acid, which makes up your stomach acid, chemically breaks down the food. Explain the relationship between food and nutrients. Food supplies the nutrients that the body needs. You know, I joke all the time that I love to eat, right? I mean, who doesn't? I don't think I would be very hard to find somebody that says, yeah, no, I don't really care to eat. I wouldn't believe them if they said it. Okay, so we all love to eat, but this is also an important biological function. We have to eat to get the nutrients that the body needs. We cannot go very long without food before our body starts to break down. So food is an important part of getting the nutrients that the body needs in order to function correctly. What role does your small intestines play? Well, it plays the role of absorbing the food from the bloodstream, okay? Or into the bloodstream, I should say. Why does blood travel to your liver before transporting nutrients to other parts of your body? Well, it acts as a filter. It breaks down toxins such as alcohol and some medicines, so it doesn't hurt or harm the other organs in the body. It also processes nutrients into forms that are easier for the rest of the body to use. Okay, living with your liver, you did this. You should know what else that the liver does. Okay, again, the liver is the only organ in the human body that can actually regenerate and repair itself. Okay, so liver. Now here, let me back up just a second. Food does not physically travel through the liver. Okay, please keep that in mind. The reading describes 3 components of human solid waste. Which of these 2 do you think are the main components? The main components are bacteria and undigested food. What are some of the functions of the digestive system? The digestive system breaks down food mechanically and chemically into nutrients, absorbs nutrients, and eliminates waste from the human body. That last part, a lot of people don't realize that it's the digestive system that actually eliminates waste from the human body. All right, so let's chart here. This is what it should look like. Teeth and the stomach are the only 2 organs that or structures in the digestive system that contribute to mechanical breakdown. Again, mechanical breakdown is that physical process of physically breaking down a substance into smaller and smaller pieces. Chemical breakdown, saliva, your stomach acid, small intestine, pancreas, liver all contribute to chemical breakdown. Nutrient absorption occurs in the small intestines, and water absorption and solid waste production occurs in the large intestines, also known as the colon. Imagine taking a bite of burrito, follow the beans in a burrito through the process of digestion. Explain what type of changes that take place and where each change happens. Okay, so this is a long one here. The process of digestion would begin in the mouth. The teeth would mechanically break down the food, and the saliva begins chemical breakdown. The beans then travel down the esophagus and into the stomach, where the stomach continues mechanical breakdown by churning the food, and stomach acid, which is hydrochloric acid, continues chemical breakdown. The beans stay in the stomach approximately 4 to 6 hours. It is then released into the small intestines. It's now a substance called chyme. The pancreas secretes a chemical that helps neutralize the stomach acid. The liver produces bile that helps the body break down fats, complex fats. Nutrients are absorbed in the small intestines and the fold of the small intestines called villi. Talk more about those in just a second. The importance of how they are structured. What is left is sent to the large intestines, where the excess water and remaining vitamins are absorbed. What is left is now solid waste, which is then stored in your rectum before exiting your body through the anus. So that is the complete pathway of food from beginning to end. Most substances are absorbed in the small intestines and not the stomach. Aspirin is a common exception. It is absorbed in the stomach. Some alcohol is absorbed in the stomach, but most is absorbed in the intestines. Why would you want medicines like aspirin to be absorbed in the stomach instead of the small intestines? You know, I had some people ask me about this on Friday, and think about this just for a second. If you had a splitting headache, and I sent you to the nurse, and she gave you Tylenol, ibuprofen, Motrin, whatever you take, and you had to wait 4 to 6 hours for that medicine to be absorbed, okay, because that's what happens, right? You eat food, food goes down into your stomach, where it takes 4 to 6 hours to be processed into chyme and then released into your small intestines, where nutrient absorption takes place. Nutrient absorption takes place in your small intestines. Could you imagine having to wait for the medicine just to sit in your stomach 4 to 6 hours if it wasn't absorbed in your stomach? That is why it is designed to be absorbed in your stomach. That way you get quick relief. Okay, there it is. If the medicine is absorbed in the stomach, it begins to work faster. What is the effect of some alcohol being absorbed in the stomach? Again, alcohol, I didn't write this down, but you feel the effects a lot sooner. Alcohol is absorbed, some of it is absorbed in the stomach and enters the bloodstream, and you feel the effects of alcohol a lot quicker, especially on an empty stomach. All right, we've done these before. You cross off the word that doesn't belong, circle the one that includes the others. So in this first list, we have pancreas, stomach, esophagus, digestive organs, heart, and gallbladder. Which one doesn't belong? Well, the heart. The heart isn't a digestive organ. Pancreas, stomach, esophagus, gallbladder are all digestive organs. List 2. Which one doesn't belong? Well, it would be the liver. And you would circle pathway for food. By the way, you circle digestive organs for that list. You circle pathway for food because esophagus, stomach, small intestines, large intestines are all pathways which food actually travels. Liver is not. Chemical breakdown, small intestine, saliva, teeth, pancreas, liver. Which one doesn't belong? Well, it is teeth. You would circle chemical breakdown because chemical breakdown occurs in the small intestines. Saliva aids in chemical breakdown, so does the pancreas and the liver. All right, take a closer look at the villi of the small intestines, part B in the diagram. How do the villi help nutrients move into the blood quickly? What would happen if there was no villi, only a smooth surface? Villi provide much more surface area than if the walls of the small intestines were smooth. This allows more tiny blood vessels or capillaries to come in close contact with the walls of the intestines, providing much more surface area for movement of nutrients from the intestines and into the blood. Okay, So here's what this is saying. This is important to understand. If the villi wasn't structured the way it is, in other words, you have these folds, it's like little hills in the small intestines. If the small intestines wasn't structured with these villi and it was just smooth, we wouldn't have the nutrient absorption efficiency that we have now. Our bodies are designed in such a way that it allows for this very efficient nutrient absorption because of the villi, these little folds. It allows the nutrients to come in contact with the blood a lot quicker, a lot faster, and very efficiently. Okay, if it was smooth, we'd have a lot less surface area. You know how I broke down the cube. Each time I broke down the cube, I increased the surface area. More and more was exposed. This is what the villi does. If it was smooth, if our small intestines was smooth on the inside, we would not have the surface area, and it would be a lot less efficient at absorbing the nutrients, okay? That is a very key thing to take away from this activity. All right, absorb, to take up, take in, or soak up. The process of absorbing or being absorbed is absorption. Chemical breakdown is breaking down of larger molecules into smaller ones through the action of chemicals. Digestive system, integrated system consisting of specialized organs responsible for the ingestion, digestion, and absorption of food. Chemical breakdown is the purely physical process of breaking down larger substances into smaller pieces without changing chemical composition of the substance. Nutrients are chemicals that an organism needs or takes in from an environment to use as a source of energy or promoting growth. And a toxin is a chemical produced by an organism that is harmful to another organism. All right, I do want to go back here. Okay, this question here, and I meant to have you hone in on this. This is an important one, okay? You will see questions on your quizzes and tests coming up. Make sure you understand this question. I would star, circle, underline, highlight this question, okay? Again, what are some of the functions of the digestive system? Breaking down of food, mechanically and chemically, into nutrients. Nutrient absorption and elimination of waste from the human body. Make sure you understand that. That's a key takeaway. As well as the surface area of the small intestines with the villi. Very important to understand and remember. Okay? All right, boys and girls, please have a great rest of your day. And always remember, you are special. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.